Hi, Noda. How are you?
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you. It's been a long time since we got to sit down and do a video together. So,
I know, since we're not in the same states anymore, it makes it
um,
kind of a little more difficult and other things going on. And
yeah,
so, yeah,
mainly my fault. I got sick at the end of the year, just actually a day after Christmas, after we flew back to Georgia. I got sick and just
yeah,
had a little emergency room visit and then a good week and a half in bed until I felt better. So, and then just the road to, recovery and feeling like I was ready to put makeup on and do hair and stuff like that again. It took me a while, but I feel better now. So I'm glad to be back and talking to you. It's good to see you again.
yes, I'm so glad that you're better. And yeah, it's wonderful to be talking to you as well. And it's funny, things have changed. Things just change all the time. And it's like today here in Texas, which is not supposed to be cold, it is. And tonight it's supposed to be about 32, freezing.
Oh, wow.
So like,
Yeah.
wow, what is going on with this weather? It's just crazy. But I'm sure it's even colder for you over there.
It's been cold. And I've told you that my son and I walk every day. And so we just have really layered up. The only time we don't walk is when it's raining. But
Yeah.
this is really, it was a good experience, even though I didn't like being sick. It made me really rethink about my health. And of course, a few weeks after my health scare, then I turned 60. And so, turning 60 was pretty big for me. I was scared about it, but it turned out to feel like nothing, just like I feel exactly the same. Um, but I think that it made me really rethink about my life and my health choices and what I was eating and drinking and stuff like that. And really decided that I, a lot of time at New Year's, we all make these New Year's resolutions. And then they say by, January 10th, you've got about them all and you're doing back to your old ways. But I didn't make a resolution, but I made an intention for my life and really set a goal and said, being healthy is more important than eating fast food and not being careful. And so just
Yes.
taking more of a hold on it and saying, I'm not saying I'll never eat fast food again, but I'm not going to do it on a regular basis because it's not good for me and it hurts me. And um, so that's kind of where I am. And I think that
Good.
reassessment of life has been good and I've made some good progress towards that. So, and that includes walking every day. I know a lot of people say, oh, we don't really have time for that, or I don't have time for that. You really make time for what's important in your life.
So
And
true.
yeah, this has become important to us. And so
Mhm.
I make time for it. We make time for it every day because it's important. So I think that's true of a lot of things in our lives. Did you make any resolutions or intentions for your life?
Yeah, I'm just like you, no resolutions, like you said, we don't keep them, or at least I know I don't keep them. So I didn't do that. But I have told myself that I need to, because I already passed the 60s there or 60. And I just told myself that, no more stress. I'm going to work with whatever I'm working on. And in order to work through stress, because so many things can just, attribute, and give you stress. And it can be the tiniest thing. So
Right,
I just, what? It's okay. Whatever's going on, this too shall pass.
right.
And I'm not going to get stressed about it. You just try to do the best you can and keep moving forward. And that's all we can do.
That's right, exactly. And I think that's a good point. I know you have a very stressful job and it definitely can affect your health, definitely, and not even wanting to do the job after a while if it's too stressful. So managing it. In fact, I was just talking to my husband about that because he'll do something, he runs his hands through his hair every time he's talking about a project or a deadline or something. And I'm like, do you notice that you do that every time you're a little bit stressed, and he's like, no, I hadn't really noticed that. So I was just watching a seminar yesterday, and the facilitator was saying to assume like the Superman pose when you're
Uh-huh.
something stressful, so you can feel more powerful even in
Uh-huh.
a stressful moment, and like how you're going to handle something or something. So I've been making him do that, and I think it.
Oh, wow. I was listening to a podcast yesterday, just on like on my lunch hour, just really, really quickly. And what they were talking about is that every morning, and she said this is the best way to remember it when you're brushing your teeth, right? Well, I hope everybody brushes their teeth in the
Yeah.
morning. Although I've been guilty that sometimes, I just jump on my computer and forget that in the morning, but I do get to it eventually. But
Yeah.
anyway, what she was saying is that, give yourself a high five and just, literally in the mirror, look at
Yeah.
yourself and high five, and this is going to be a good day, you're awesome, whatever. And it does kind of help, believe it or not. I started doing it today. And every time I go by a mirror in my house, I'm like, high five.
Yeah, that's Mel Robbins. I love her. She's really, really good. Yeah, I love what she says, and I think that's so true. We have to be there for each other, for ourselves, and support ourselves, and
Yeah.
definitely. Then that's something this facilitator. I'm actually watching Tony Robbins right now, and he says,
Okay.
to watch what you say to yourself, your own. Sometimes we talk negatively about ourselves, but our
Yeah.
character and our personality is what we create it to be, and we only
Exactly.
change it too. So
Yes.
I love
We want to manifest good things, right? So we need to
exactly.
say, yeah, we need to speak those positive words as opposed to, negative words wherever we're at. So that's a really good thing.
Yeah.
But I did have a question for you. So if there was anything you could change about yourself, what would you change?
Oh gosh. I think that I struggle with anxiety in the middle of the night. And I don't know why, but my brain will start racing about, I didn't do this and I didn't do that. And oh, let me see how I can fix this problem or something that's happening to my children or something. And I know there's nothing I can really do about it, especially not at 4 o'clock in the morning, but it's hard to turn that off. So I think
Yeah.
that's something that definitely going through like this program going through, and then just reading more self-help books about how to deal with anxiety and
Mhm.
what it stems from and what I can do to kind of relieve that. That's something I want to change. I don't want to feel that way. And it really does stem, it rears its ugly head right at the middle of the or right before I go to sleep. And I hate that.
That's hard. That's really terrible. I kind of went through something like that with anxiety for a short period of time. Well, I shouldn't say short period of time. It started like during COVID, and then it lasted for a while. But I don't have it so much anymore, and that's one thing that I'm trying to rid myself of. As I was saying, just not worrying about. Don't sweat the small stuff, as they used to say. It's just
Right.
like don't worry about it, and not really so concerned with what if I'm going to do this. How is it going to affect everybody else around me, and not in a bad way, but just like sometimes you just have to say, what, yeah, I want to do this, and
Yeah.
maybe others would think, why are you doing that? But hey, if it makes me happy, then I'm going to do it.
That's good. Yeah, definitely. I think sometimes we care too much about what we think other people will say or think. And
Mhm.
definitely even starting videos, I was like, oh, I don't know if I want everybody to see this or that. But
Yeah,
I don't care. I think we all kind of deal with those insecurities. But
exactly.
um,
Yeah.
this is something that the program I'm listening to is talking about, is like how to reframe a story. Like if you have something negative that pops up into your mind, like think about it in a positive way, or even dealing with the 1 year anniversary of my mom's passing just happened a couple days ago. And I started really thinking about how can I think about this instead of negatively and being sad? How can I think about it in a positive way? And then I started thinking about, she was a really strong woman, and
You're right.
she made me a strong woman. And she also gave me four beautiful, strong, wonderful sisters. And that's a gift. I have them that, I mean, I'm so thankful for. So now I think when I think of her, I think of those two things. I want to think of those two things.
That's
Hopefully
awesome. Yeah.
continue to think that way, but trying to
Yeah.
reframe a negative situation to be more positive.
Mhm.
That's
Good, good, good. That's a good thing. I really like that idea. Awesome. I know there was something else we were going to talk about as well before we run out of time.
I know.
Oh, I know. It was so if you could move and live anywhere in the world, where would you live?
Oh gosh. You know what? I tell you, I'm so that's a really hard question for me because I have these two grandchildren and I've already moved from Texas here just to be near them. And I look forward to seeing them every few days, and they are my whole world right now. So I can't imagine living anywhere where they are not right now.
Of
Until they
course.
get older, and when they get older and they no longer need us, then maybe, I don't know. I know that a lot of people dream of living outside of the United States, but I love our country. I love this country, and I think back to Texas, just to be closer to family, to be closer to you, of course, is really just my place to move. That's not very exciting, but oh, I'm sorry. That's just the truth. What about you?
Well, I think that I would move out of the country. I would be,
Okay.
not that I don't love this country, but I think that I would like to just experience, different cultures and different, places. And, we traveled a little bit together in Greece, and we loved it there. And
Yeah,
so I, no reason why, of course, this wouldn't be anytime soon, but if I could go and stay for a month or 2 or 6 months, and live in a particular place, and then just pack my little bags and go somewhere else.
that would be,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, I think it would be fun, and just meeting new people, and just, like I said, different cultures, different everything. I think it would be kind of nice, instead of, just being in, I've been here, in San Antonio for some time, and you're far away from me, you're in Atlanta. So
That's
yeah,
right.
I don't get to see you very often, that's for sure. And but it's a good thing. At least we can communicate this way, and we'll be able to do, future videos this way, which is
Yeah,
fine.
exactly. Well, I think
Yeah.
before you move to any of those countries, we have to go and check those countries out. So we're planning a
Oh,
trip sometime
yeah.
soon. Next
That,
time we talk, maybe we can talk about some of the other travel places you've gone to, because I know you travel on a regular basis, so we can talk about your travel and where you've gone and stuff like that. And
yeah,
hopefully
absolutely.
we'll be making another video in a few days, so we'll be back soon. But if anybody has anything that they want to talk about, they can leave it in the comments, and we'll just look forward to seeing you again soon and everybody else again soon. So
Yeah, I want to say thank you to everybody who did leave us comments from our last couple of videos. It was nice that many people said we kind of touched them with our topics on those days. So that was good. I was really thankful for that.
yeah, very nice. That's good. Well, that's what the purpose of our channel was, to really start a friendship circle, communicate about what we're going through, and then meet new people. So we're excited
Yeah.
about hearing from viewers and stuff like that. So
And in the future, we're going to have some guests also.
oh yeah,
Yeah, we're going to have some guests. So that'll be kind of surprise for later on.
okay, yeah, that would be a great surprise.
It'll be a surprise for you too,
I know. I was
huh?
thinking, who are we gonna have? But okay, yes, I think that's a great idea. We definitely
Yeah.
will. That's something we want. Well, I hope everybody has a great week, and I guess we'll talk again next week.
Yes, have a great rest of your week. Enjoy, be good, be happy.
You too.
No stress, no
No
stress.
stress. No stress. All right, I'll work on that. I'll give you some updates next week.
Okay.
All right, bye. Take care.
Bye, take care.
Bye bye.